tripping and tripping and tripping. We learn, we crash and we burn. We're alone in this world.
Hey guys, you might be wondering why I'm in a parking lot. That's because we are going to be doing some shopping for 3D printing tools. It's a beautiful day, there's some nice weather, and I wanted to get something filmed, but also get out on my motorcycle. So, we're at Lowe's, and you might be wondering, what kind of things can you get for 3D printing at Lowe's?
I know more than you.
Well, stick around and let's find out. We are done with shopping. We have our tools plus a snack. So let's get back to the house and show you guys why we grabbed everything that we grabbed. We're back from Lowe's, and one of the first things that we grabbed was this. What this is a set of metric Allen keys. Now, your 3D printer very likely does come with a set of decent, usable Allen keys. The reason that I would go for an assortment like this from a hardware store is, one, they're all tied together, and two, you're going to get a range of sizes that are common in 3D printing that you might not have received with your kit. This particular set's going to be an M1.5 through M8. So you have a nice range of sizes, and they're going to be common sizes on 3D printers and other metric hardware. It's perfect for if you need to take something apart on the printer, or if you're doing a multi-piece assembly that involves using metric screws. These particular sets are really affordable. Typically, you can find them on sale for less than $10, and they're a great way to keep all of your Allen keys together. Even if this is just a backup set for you, I would say it's a really solid value, especially for the money. Another super valuable tool that your 3D printer is not going to come with that you can get from the home improvement store is a set of needle nose pliers. And these are phenomenal for if you're doing printer modifications and you need to hold something. I've successfully used needle nose pliers in the past for when I'm changing my nozzles. And you could kind of use it to cheat your heater block. You're supposed to use a crescent wrench or like channel locks, or the main reason I recommend having them is for support removal. Your printer does come with a pair of flush cuts, at least most of them do. Sometimes they're great for removing supports, but they don't compete with the rigidity and the strength that you get from a decent set of needle nose pliers. This particular set also has cutters right here. Commonly, these are going to be used in electrical work. You can use the cutters to cut your filament at a 45-degree angle before you load it up into your printer. So you get something that you can hold parts, remove support material, and get your filament prepped for going to the printer. I leave a set of needle nose hanging out by all of my printers. One set is enough for all of them. Another super valuable thing, you might have a set already kicking around the house, but it wouldn't hurt to have a set dedicated for your 3D printers. If you deal with elephant foot on your printer, or you're doing a lot of printing with brims, you might find some value in a deburring tool. I did find this one in the plumbing section, so you might have to hunt for it, but for a few dollars, basically what this is a drag knife. You pull it along your piece of material that you want to remove a sharp edge from, and it will put a nice little chamfer on it. And you do get multiple blades, so you get one pre-installed in the tool, and then inside, you get a spare. Running these along plastic, you're going to get a pretty decent amount of life out of them, but having a spare is super nice. Lowe's also sells replacement blades. While you could 3D print this tool yourself, I like to have a metal handle because it feels more rigid, it feels more robust. And if you're getting into cleaning up a lot of prints, this is something that I think is absolutely invaluable to have around. It is significantly safer than using something like a pocket knife or an X-Acto knife, but you have to be mindful, the blade spins around, and you want to be careful if you're pulling it towards yourself. This is a sharp blade and it will cut you. So keep your typical knife/blade safety in mind while you're using this tool. But it will make your life when cleaning up prints so much simpler. You can use it to clean up holes, outside edges, elephant foot, brims, the whole like, and leave a nice chamfer on the bottom of your part. If you're doing a lot of printing with support or intricate models that require some cleanup, maybe you have some overhangs that you have some little goobers on, a pick and hook set is going to be a phenomenal acquisition for you. I found this in the plumbing section with the deburring tool, and I like to use these little hooks and picks for getting into hard to reach places for final cleanup on a part. If you have something that you can't get to easily, these things are a lifesaver. If it's too big for your needle nose, you might be able to fit one of the little hooks or picks inside. Basically, you can use these to get into nooks and crannies and little crevices that you might not be able to fit your flush cuts or your needle nose pliers into. Not a must-have, but super helpful if you do pick these up. One of my favorite tools that I didn't actually purchase for this video that you can get at Lowe's is a simple propane torch.
Propane accessories.
And one like this with a gas knob and an electric striker is really, really convenient, because I don't care how tuned in your 3D printer is, you are going to suffer stringing at some point. And instead of trying to use like a wire brush or sand off all the little strings, a quick pass with a propane or butane torch goes so far for cleaning that model up. I really like these. They're not terribly expensive. It is more expensive than something like a little creme brulee torch that you can get in like the panic section at Walmart or Kroger. But being able to just twist the knob, hit the striker, and you have constant flame to move over your part makes cleaning it up significantly easier. So something like this torch is invaluable to have. I really love having these around, and one can of propane is gonna last you a really long time, especially if you're just doing a moderate amount of printing. I think my absolute favorite and most versatile tool that you can have for a 3D printer is actually going to be something like a Leatherman. These multi-tools are fantastic. You get needle nose pliers, there are wire cutter jaws right in the middle. This model, the wire cutters are replaceable on, and they do sell these at Lowe's. Very easy to open. The handles are magnetic and super smooth. It's not like the old like Leatherman Wave where it was kind of a pain and you could hurt yourself when you're opening and closing it. You can still hurt yourself with these, so you do need to be careful. When you factor in everything that you get in this tool for the $120, $130 ballpark, it's quite nice. You get the needle nose pliers, the wire cutters, you get a decent knife blade with serrations that are fairly sharp. I do use this blade for cleaning up brims and things on my prints. You also have a beefy Phillips head and flathead screwdriver. Those are great prying tools, again, removing difficult supports. But one of my favorite things that I use on my Leatherman for 3D printing, and this is not something that I would recommend if you're not very careful or willing to pay the price if you slip, is I use the leather awl for a small prying tool on supports a lot. It comes to a really fine point and you can get into nooks and crannies really easily while applying some pressure, and it's going to be more stout than some of those picks and hooks. This is just a tool that I already owned and use really frequently with my 3D printers. Big news with this video. I already own all of the tools that I've showed you so far. As a result, I don't need to keep them. Duplicate tools get in the way and make it easier to lose things. So I'm going to do something really fun. The reason that we purchased the tools for this video is we're actually going to give them away to one of you, our awesome viewers and subscribers. If you remember, we are giving away an Anycubic Cobra Go 3D printer when the channel hits 1,000 subscribers. Link for that video is in the description below so you can figure out how to enter. And to help out whoever wins that machine, I'm going to give you a jump start on the tools that you need. So we'll be giving you the needle nose pliers, the Allen keys, the Deburring tool, and the hook and pick set. I'm keeping the torch because I don't want to ship flammable products, and I can't quite give up my Leatherman. So you might have to purchase those two separately if you want to invest the money. So one of you awesome viewers is going to get these tools that we just showed you in the video completely free with the 3D printer. So make sure you get entered in that giveaway. As of right now, we're sitting at about 530 subscribers, and I am incredibly thankful for each and every single one of you. Make sure you watch that video and get subscribed to enter. So Lowe's is the store loved by dads everywhere. They race to get here first thing in the morning like dogs trying to mark their territory. Personally, I love spending any excess income that I have here, and you might not have thought about buying 3D printing supplies at Lowe's, but they have a lot of really awesome things that you'll find value in. And if you found this video useful in any way, please consider giving us a subscribe, liking the video, sharing it with a friend, showing them all the awesome things that you can get for your 3D printer at your favorite home improvement store.